Okay, this is Matt. This is NFL Week 16. This is this week and then next week, and that's it. We're in the playoffs. It's all over. Just going to go over the picks. I should go over last week's. I'll go over last week's recap of last week's picks. Again, we're using a book I published, my publishing company, Teela-Books.com. You could find it, Teela Books. This book, The Quick and Dirty NFL Handicapping Method by Ken Osterman. Been doing it all year so far, and it's doing pretty good. It's a mechanical method. Anybody could learn it. So far, it's showing a profit. Right now, I just updated the numbers at the website. Link in the description below. This is right now this method, mechanical method. 52 wins, 40 losses, and 5 pushes. If you're not familiar, push, you just get your money back. So anyway, it's looking pretty good, and I've done even better because the thing about this method, again, I've said it before, gives you a line, a betting line, point spread. You look at the point spread you're betting into, and it will tell you whether it's a good to go type of a bet, an overlay. I take a subset of these, so I've done even better, and you could do the same. So let's quickly go over last week's picks. It was a really good week. Overall, week 15 were 8 wins, 2 losses, and 2 pushes. The wins were Chargers, Packers, Bills, Jets, Buccaneers, Redskins, and Bears. The Jaguars and the Patriots cost us money. And then the pushes, and there were 2 pushes, which is unusual. The Texans Colts had the Texans. That was a +7. They lost by 7 as a push. And the other push was Chiefs Saints. Bet on the Saints. I actually bet on the Saints with my own money too. Not just an Osterman bet. It was Saints were +3. I got my money back. Oh, and then the Bengals on Monday Night Football. Ooh, that was a good game. Finley, now you did good. That was a win also on Monday night against the Steelers. Very sad, the Steelers. Okay, so going over now NFL Week 16 again. Osterman line, and then whether it's an overlay or not, we're gonna. Oh, I forgot. I need these glasses are pretty good for reading, but yeah, I forgot. Christmas game. No game on Christmas Eve. I guess because it's Christmas Eve, family, I guess, I don't know, but it's okay to have Christmas Day. We're going to have Christmas Day, Vikings, Saints. Saints are -7, but the Osterman line is -2.5, so that's a bet. Vikings on Christmas Day +7. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to take that one, though. Again, there's 10 of them, though. Saturday, we got 3 games on Saturday. Only one of them comes out as a wager using the quick and dirty method. It'll be Buccaneers are -9.5. That's too much for this method, so it's Lions +9.5. Then the games on Sunday, Broncos +3. They're slightly favored using this system. Also, this system has Bengals slightly favored over the Texans, but the Texans are -7.5, so the bet will be +7.5 on the Bengals, and I kind of like that too if Finley starts. But the latest thing I heard, that was a coach, Taylor, what's his name, Zach Taylor. He's going to lean towards his backup quarterback, Allen, which I thought Finley did pretty good last week. I was rooting against the Steelers because the Steelers have taken my money lately. And they're kind of sad, and Finley just did a really good job. I mean, he wasn't great, but you don't want a guy to lose his job because he gets injured, and I believe in that. But I also believe if the guy who comes in and substitutes for him does a good job, then you let him keep his streak going until it's over, and then put in the other guy. So he doesn't lose his job, but he's delayed in getting his job back. There's only 2 weeks left. Maybe Finley's the guy you go with next year as your backup for the Bengals. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, to sum up, See, the thing is about this, another thing about the quick and dirty method is it pays no attention to injuries. So if you're really good at knowing how well an injury will help or hurt a team, one team or the other, you might be able to improve upon this system. And this, for example, with the Bengals, you got Bengals, Texans have been playing terrible. So this method has the Bengals -2, and the line is Bengals +7.5. They're more than a touchdown underdogs. But if Finley's starting like he did last week, I'd bet on the Bengals. But this method doesn't say who's the starting quarterback. It doesn't care. So if they go with Allen, I might bypass that. But still, this method is a mechanical method. It's Bengals +7.5. Colts Steelers, it's Colts. Colts, this method has 9.5-point favorites over the Steelers. Yeah, I agree. But they're only 1.5-point favorites, almost a coin flip here in Vegas. The Colts are the bet there, -1.5. Bears -7.5 over the Jaguars. That's a bet. The quick and dirty point spread is -13.5. They should crush the Jaguars, but -7.5 is practically a gift according to this method. You got Panthers and Redskins, and Alex Smith will be back supposedly at this time. He'll be back, so that should help the Redskins. Although last week their third string, formerly first string quarterback, did a really good job, and they lost. I remember. Yeah, they lost, but I cashed because they covered the spread. Yeah, the Redskins. They're 3-0 in their last 3 starts against the spread. So, anyway, it's a pick'em, but this method has them -4, so that's a good overlay there on that team against the Panthers, who struggle. Falcons Chiefs. Chiefs are -10.5. This method has Chiefs only a field goal, so that's a good bet. +10.5 on the Falcons. And I should point out that I had the Saints last week against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs they beat them by a field goal. It was +3, so I got my money back. But prior to that, what was it? 5 games in a row the Chiefs have not hit the spread. They against the spread they're 0-5. Plus last week they pushed, so they're 0-5-1 against the spread. So the Chiefs, when it comes to betting, this is the key, these overlays, the Chiefs are overbet. And they win, and they look good, and they're a great team, and everybody knows they're a great team, defending champions. They're overbet. So this method here, quick and dirty method, has the Chiefs by a field goal, -10.5. No, it's the Falcons +10.5. And I agree, I'll take the Falcons too, just because the Chiefs can't cover a spread if their life depended on it. And then the other 2 bets will be Cowboys +2 against the Eagles. They're at home. And Titans Packers. Quick and dirty method has Titans by 0.5 point. But they're +3. The Packers are the favorites by a field goal. So this method has the Titans +3. So there's a total of 10 bets. Let me go over them real quick. And then I'll tell you, I'm going to take 5 of these bets myself. We'll see how, that's a lot of bets for me in a single week. I do other kinds of gambling besides NFL. So it's Vikings +7, Lions +9.5, Broncos +3, Bengals +7.5, Colts -1.5, Bears -7.5, Redskins pick'em, Falcons +10.5, Cowboys +2, and Titans +3. And of these games, of the 5 games, I'm going to go with the pick'em on the Redskins. I think Smith coming back is going to actually, even though Haskins did pretty good, they're going to be better with Smith. I think it was, people are saying it was their defense that gave them that little winning streak. I think it was Alex Smith, if you're going to bring it down to one player, not their defensive end. I'll take that Redskins as a pick'em. Bears -7.5. They're playing real good lately, and the Jaguars, I think they're phoning it into they only got 2 games left. I don't think they care anymore. They're worse than the Jets. So Bears -7.5. I'll take that. I'll take the Redskins. Pick them. I'll take Falcons plus 10.5 to cover against the Chiefs. And Colts -1.5. That I think that's going to be a good bet. The Steelers, I don't know what their problem is right now. They're going to be at home. The Colts, I think, are going to crush them. They'll beat them by more than 1.5. That's what I think. And that's 4 of the 10 quick and dirty method selections I'd take. And I would take the Bengals if Finley starts, but it looks like Allen's going to start, so I don't know what the deal is there. Finley did really good. I enjoyed that game against the Steelers. So there we go. And this is, again, this is it. This is it. This is after this weekend. We only got 1 week left of games. Teams are fighting for NFL playoff spots. They're fighting for the position in the seeding, and other teams don't underestimate some of these other teams that are out, because at this point in the season, it's not just they're playing spoilers, but some of these guys are playing for contracts. Their contracts are up. It's a contract drive. Some of these guys have been sleeping all season. All of a sudden, they perk up. Those last 2 or 3 games, they're looking good. So you could get hurt even in fantasy football. I don't play fantasy football, but some of these players could hurt you, especially when they're playing below their expectation all year, and then all of a sudden they really wake up. Anyway, good luck, and Merry Christmas.